My whole goal is to get you to not buy the clothes in today's video. That's my goal in life. Please don't buy these clothes. Please don't buy these clothes. Do me a favor. Most of all, do yourself a favor. Do not buy these clothes. They are so bad. They're so bad. They're so bad. Some of these things I'm still like, they're keeping me up at night. That's how bad they are. They're keeping me up at night. These trends are frumpy. The 2023 edition, these trends are frumpy. There's so much to cover. I'll see you in today's video. Hello, this is Netta. Welcome to my channel. My whole goal for this channel is to help you build a wardrobe and a style that you love so you look beautiful and you feel confident every single day. So it's time again for me to tackle the frumpy trends of 2023. The frumpy, and I didn't have to look hard. I did not have to look hard to find the frumpy trends. So some of them are just frumpy by definition, and some of them are just executed in a frumpy way, and some of them just have frumpy details, and some of them are just, all of them are just bad. Don't you just sometimes feel like the deck is stacked against us? Like it can be harder and harder, over 40, over 50, over 60, to find really cute pieces that are not bringing in the frump factor. Like why? That's why I came up with the wardrobe from scratch. If you don't already have it, I'm going to pop up the link for the body type series here, because on the third day of the body type series, you get access to the wardrobe from scratch. Those are wardrobe building basics, but they're basics, and we don't want to stop at basics. We start with basics. They're the foundation, but then we want to add interesting pieces, and sometimes interesting pieces can be amazing, and sometimes interesting pieces can be horrific. And in today's video, I have some horrific pieces. Some of them I'm just like, I don't know what you were thinking. Like why? I don't understand. Like why they would, like how did this thing even make it past the manufacturer and end up in stores? Like, and what buyer bought it and put it on there? I don't understand. Because it's not just that these pieces are bad for us after a certain age. Some of these pieces are just universally and unilaterally and just in every single way bad. They're just bad. So, I have very strong feelings about clothes. I always talk about clothes. I'm not talking about people. I talk about clothes, not about people. As a reminder, I am making fun of some of these crazy trends, but I will never do that with people. So take it as you will. I get heated. This is a topic I feel very passionately about. Okay, the first frumpy trend I want to talk about is the blah blouse. I feel like blouses the last 5 years, like blouses used to be like a kind of thing that you associated with women of a certain age, but blouses have become very trendy, and with trendiness, you'll find all sorts of options: the good, the bad, and the awful. And so some of these are just so basic and blah, but not in an elevated way. So how do you find the difference between an elegant basic and a blah boring basic? First of all, the elegant basic still needs to be modern. The quality needs to be really good. The fit really needs to be good, and it needs to not have any details on it that make it atrocious, like these. So one of these offenders is from Vince Camuto. I have mentioned some of his blouses before. You'll also see, I think, one of his better blouses here, but this is an awful one. If you have this blouse with whatever is going on in the bottom here, this is horrible. This is like, look at my hips and also look at the area, part of my body there, that, you know what I mean? It is drawing attention to a very specific part of a woman's anatomy. I don't really think that, I don't see any reason. It's dated. It's just, there is nothing redeeming about this blouse. It's just horrible. The flutter sleeve tunic, it comes in all the colors, and they're all bad. Halogen, this cross front blouse could have had potential. It's just a wrap front blouse, but it only comes in one solid color. That's a light pink color, and in this pattern, it's just atrocious. It's just blech. It's just blech. It's so boring, and it's like why? Like why not just wear, if you're gonna wear that, why not just wear a silky black button down? Like so much nicer, so much more of a modern option. Here's another one. This is from Cut from the Cloth, the Jasmine chiffon button-up shirt. That's not a good shirt. It's just not a good shirt. I just do not like it. I do not like it, Sam. I am. I'm in a very goofy mood right now, in case you can't tell. Okay, this Prince pleat back sleeveless split neck blouse from NYDJ. No. No, 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 no. I just do not understand. I just do not understand. That's not a cute top. This CC floral ruffle sleeve clip dot blouse. This is just so like no personality, no interest. It's not modern and it's not classic. It's just in that danger zone in the middle. And I think that's what I'm getting here. Now we have the classic solid like button downs, just beautiful. And then we have more modern and elevated tops. I'm going to show you a couple of them. And these are in that no man's land in the middle. Here's another one. This is the tie neck sleeveless top from Nordstrom. I mean, I don't understand. These are just so bad. There's so many of them. Here's another one from CC, the floral print tie sleeve top. No. No. Is anyone gonna like go running if we're wearing one of these tops? No, of course not. But there are just so many better options. And I'm here to steer you to the better options, the more elegant options, the more modern options. Like this one from Reese. This is not for everybody, but I'm obsessed with it. The Sophie cutout blouse. It's from Reese, so it's going to be a little bit pricier, but that is a very, very elegant shirt. Very elegant. There's one similar that's from Lucky Brand that is actually linked in the catalog below. That's more affordable. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. Now this from Halogen, the pleated pin tuck plaid wrap front blouse. That is a good wrap front blouse from Halogen. The other one was awful. This one is awesome. It's a great fall plaid. It's a bold pattern, but it's a cool pattern. It's a blouse that says something. So you either want it to be classic and subtle, or you want it to say something interesting about what's happening in trends. You don't want that no man's land in the middle. I hope that makes sense. This is an Alice and Olivia pleated pin tuck. No, this is wrong description, but this is an Alice and Olivia button front top. Love this one. It's a little bit pricier, but very, very, very stylish. Cezanne does a similar top that's called the Pierrot top. It's just absolutely beautiful. So if you want a top with a little bit more interesting, it's not solid and doesn't fall into basic category, try a button front top in a really cool pattern from like Alice and Olivia or Cezanne. You can't go wrong with one of those. This is a pricier version. This is from Veronica Beard, but this is the Avanti Floral Geo Jacquard print silk blend blouse. It's just beautiful. That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. If you want something a little more flowy and a little bit more affordable, this one is this is the Vince Camuto floral print metallic surplus blouse. This is a nice blouse. It's the boho trend. It's got one of the colors of the season, and it says something about the person's style. So again, either go modern and trendy, or go classic. Don't go in that space in the middle. Next thing I want to talk about is what I call the barrel pant. The barrel pant. I don't understand this. Who wants that much extra volume? Now, it's one thing to have a flowy leg pant, because what a flowy leg pant does is it creates a waistline, it adds movement, it's very, very flattering. These are not flattering. These are like, let me make your thighs look bigger, and without doing anything for your waist or the rest of your body. It's just, they're super, super trendy. They're having a second right now. And when that second passes, you're going to look back on September or October 2023 and think, what was I thinking? Why was I wearing those weird shaped pants? They're very 80s and 90s, but they're also just awful. I don't know. I do not like them at all. These are the barrel leg jeans from Frame. You can see that silhouette. I don't think that's flattering. I don't think it's flattering at all. At least this one has waist definition, so it does help in that sense. But I don't think they're good. These Totem, that very trendy and very high-end brand, these are their barrel leg trousers. Good news is they're $480, so maybe you'll be less tempted to buy them, but bad news is that they're going to be really, really unflattering on almost anybody except for a supermodel. And even on a supermodel, I'm like, you're going to find better options. There are cuter options that would even look better on that model. These from Kaz, they're regular fit barrel leg chinos with that big pleat front detail. It's just not happening. That is not a good pant silhouette. I don't honestly know anyone who would pull that off well. I don't know. I cannot think of a single person. If you kind of are leaning towards this and you're like, I really like it, does Netta have one that she can recommend that's a little more flattering? This is a marginally, the ultra high waist barrel leg jeans from Frame. These are also from Frame, but these are less barrel-y because they're a little bit more of a straight leg. They go in just a tiny bit at the bottom. I don't know. These are doable and look more like a straight, it's a slightly wider leg, but they don't have that exaggerated barrel shape, which is what I'm encouraging you, strongly advising you as your fashion friend to skip. Skip the barrel shape. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is what I'm calling the Matronly Midi. This is like a matronly dress. It's just a very, very frumpy dress. It's a frumpy dress. I'm seeing these everywhere. You know, midis can, like blouses, can be hit and miss. They can be amazing and chic and polished and cool, and they can be awful and extremely frumpy and kind of like the definition of frumpy. Like a blouse used to be the definition of frumpy, a midi dress can be the definition of frumpy. This midi dress, belted midi dress from Chouse, this is the actual definition of frumpy. This dress is, so if, you know, in the dictionary, this is the dress that would be next to it for frumpy. It's not, that's not a good option for a dress for anybody. It's not cute. It's so matronly. It's just so blah. Here are a couple of others. This one, I love LK Bennett. This one is very, very hard to style. It looks good on this model. It would be very hard on a mere mortal like myself. The Marianne pleated long sleeve midi dress. She's wearing it with these beautiful brown boots. They're making it work in this picture, but this is a very, very, very hard dress to pull off. Very hard dress to pull off. Very hard. Just don't say I didn't warn you. This one from Julia Jordan. I like a lot of her stuff. I do not like this. The tie waist tiered long sleeve midi dress. I don't know. I don't know. It literally looks, and you know I love prints, and you know I love fun prints. This to me looks like she's wearing a tablecloth, like one of those old oilcloth tablecloths. That's what it looks like to me. It's nothing about this dress is flattering. The silhouette, like none of the details on it are flattering, and then the pattern is just really, really not good. Here is another one from Julia Jordan that I also don't like. This dress to me is just so matronly. It's so matronly. It's so bad. I don't like it at all. I just don't think it's going to be, a really good choice on anybody. Now this one from the Great is not great. I love the Great, but I don't love this dress. This is their Clover floral dress. I know what's going on with this dress. It's bad. This is so hard. It would take someone with very specific personal style and a specific long and lean body type to pull this dress off. This is a very hard dress to wear. That matronly midi, not your friend, not your friend. Are there midi dresses that are awesome? Yes, there are midi dresses that are awesome, and I am here to show you. This one from Theory, the mixed media pleated midi dress, that is spectacular. It's just elegant and polished and beautiful and simple, and it's just a lovely, lovely choice. So there are beautiful midi dresses that are flattering. These are not them. These are not them. So avoid the matronly midi. Some styles that don't even look, if it's borderline, just skip it. If it's borderline, just skip it. Because once I've noticed on myself, if I wear a borderline item, it just doesn't work. Like I need it to be either really cool and modern or really classic and polished and beautiful. And it's that in-between zone that I'm trying to get us to avoid. I'm just trying to get us to avoid that. Okay, let me go on to the frilly dress. Now, I have a soft spot for the frilly dress. I love a good frilly dress, but we have to be really careful about frilly dresses. Like they have to have either color or silhouette or some other detail in them that's really making them more modern, more sleek, more flattering. Or they can just look very costumey and over the top and a little weird. This one, I don't know why I'm picking on Julia Jordan, but this dot jacquard long sleeve midi dress, it's just a kind of a frilly dress. This kind of strikes that middle ground between the matronly midi and the frilly midi. So it kind of fits in both of those categories, and I don't love it for either. Stein Goya, their Miriam mixed print long sleeve dress, that's a frilly dress. That's just not a good dress. Not a good dress. Not a good dress. It's not flattering. It's going to be that's a very hard dress to wear. This tiered t-shirt dress from Bowden. I love Bowden. I do not love this dress. This is kind of in that middle range between matronly and frilly, and I'm not having it. I do not love that. English Factory is one of my favorite brands, which is why I was so disappointed to see this dress. I feel like at like 15 or 16, or maybe even in college, I would have worn this dress, but no more. That day, that ship has sailed. It just is going to look very, very odd on me right now. It's just going to look very odd. This is their I Like Cotton maxi dress. It's $120. I just do not. I cannot with that dress. There's so much volume there, and the sleeves, and just the dress itself, and there's just nothing cute about it. This one also from English Factory, again, one of my favorite brands, but this is just not working. Their patchwork gingham midi dress. Right? Is it just me, or is that like the hardest dress for anyone to wear in a way that doesn't look completely frumpy or completely weird? Like, it's just hard. I'm sorry, English Factory. I love you 99% of the time, but those two are a hard pass for me. Let me know what you guys think of these dresses in the comments. Okay, so I covered the Blah Blouse, the Frilly Frock, the Matronly Midi, the Barrel Bottoms. Now we're going to talk about the boring dress, often known as the work dress. This is a dress that it can be like a worky dress, right? Like a classic work dress. Now, with these pieces, just like with the blouse, you want it to either be very classic and elegant and beautifully done, or you want it to be really modern. And it's this weird in-between zone where we get stuck, and there's a lot of stuff out there that it's just not our friends. So I'm going to show you two examples of blazer dresses, which is a trend, and is something that's happening, and I think they're also classic and beautiful and a great work dress option. One is modern and one is blah and boring. So this first one is the blah boring option. This is from Maggie London, the long sleeve tuxedo midi dress or mini dress. It's just like, doesn't have the tuxedo details on it or the blazer details on it that make it an interesting dress. It just kind of falls flat. It's not awful, it just kind of falls flat. Whereas this one from Adriana Papel, the tux long sleeve crepe faux wrap dress, it comes in navy and in black. Beautiful option. It's got the little bit of that shine in it, that tux detail in it that makes it come to life and elevates it, makes it a little bit more elegant. So we're trying to avoid the boring, the blah, the too basic options in these dresses. Let me show you a couple of others. Now, one of the biggest offenders is the sheath dress. I love sheath dresses, but there are boring sheath dresses, and then there are great sheath dresses. I'm going to show you, this is a boring one, the Sweetheart Neck sheath dress from Halogen. Like, it's not modern, and it's not classic. It's just in that weird in-between land. This one from Karen Kane is definitely dated. This cascade faux wrap dress, like, these are just boring, kind of in between. Again, they're not like, I'm not like running screaming. It's not crazy bad. It's just, we can do better and find something either very classic and elegant or something really modern and cool, and these are neither. Finally, this crepe sheath dress from Anne Klein. I don't love that. It's just very, very basic. Now, what if you want elegant basic? You want basic, but you want that elegant classic style I was talking about. This one actually from Vince Camuto. This is a stretch crepe dress. Notice the subtle difference between this crepe dress and the Anne Klein one I showed. It's not just the color, but the neckline, the sleeve, the silhouette, the fabric updates it and makes it classic and cool and not classic and boring. This one from Halogen, the mock neck sleeveless dress, the mock neck, the fabric, the sleeve, all of those details come together to make it just a little bit more interesting while still staying really classic. This is also shown layered under a long like sweater, blazer, or cardigan or something, and it looked really, really cool style that way. It'd be great with boots, high boots or knee-high boots, just, beautiful, simple dress. So you want that simplicity, but you also want it to be elegant, and you also want it to be modern. I hope that's making sense. If you need more information about this, let me know, and maybe I can make another video kind of breaking this down. So the boring dress was my next category. Now I want to talk about something that, I never thought I'd be talking about again, because I frankly thought I had left this behind in the 80s. And that's the A-line silhouette, the triangle silhouette that's created by what I'm calling the boulder shoulder. Now, bolder as in bold, and bolder as in it's like the size of a boulder also. But the bolder shoulder is the massively oversized blazer with huge shoulders, often paired with something slim on the bottom. So you're creating a triangle silhouette. Now the problem is that many of us have a triangle silhouette built into our bodies. So if you've got broader shoulders at all, if you've got an apple-shaped body, if you are a blue or purple or yellow body type, even a red body type, you're going to want to run from these. But honestly, any body type is going to have a very hard time pulling off the bolder shoulder, unless you really just want that. You really want your body to be shaped like that, because that's what's going to happen. It takes over your body's natural silhouette and it makes it this over the top. So this is from Bridget Herskind, the Nat Oversized Blazer. You can see the shoulders on this look from the Prince of Wales Tweed Double-Breasted Wool Blazer from Saint Laurent. This is that silhouette I'm talking about. It's a very strong shoulder, tapering down to the hip, and then it's paired with something slim on the bottom. We're seeing all sorts of versions of these. This is the pinstripe blazer from Topshop, creating that same silhouette. Here, this is the oversized double-breasted blazer from Totem. I keep bringing them up in these trend videos because they have all the trendy pieces. And then this blazer from Nico. This is their oversized cotton blazer, $1,650, but look at that silhouette. That is so hard to wear. It's just oversized. I'm seeing a lot of these also like quilted jackets that kind of look like, I haven't seen these in a long time. They can be very matronly, but they all also have that big oversized shoulder arm thing going on in kind of like a rounded shape. So not a squared off shape like a blazer, but kind of this rounded shape. I'm seeing a lot of them from this brand called Bode. They're doing a lot of these jackets with this oversized shoulder and a rounded upper arm thing going on here. This one from Treasure & Bond has that same silhouette. It's a quilted blazer, quilted jacket that's got this rounded arm thing happening. And then this one from Mother, the Channel Changer belted chambray jacket, like it's got that rounded shoulder. So this bolder shoulder trend is really going to be hard to wear. Those quilted boxy jackets and those oversized blazers are very hard to wear and very unflattering on so many of us. I have to show this one nod to it that I absolutely love. This is from Courage. Courage is the brand that kind of like was iconic in the 60s and had that 60s kind of like chainmail dress and 60s mini dress. It was just very mod. And this is their nod to mod, their oversized collar vinyl jacket that's very cool and very edgy. Obviously not an everyday piece. This is $1,390, but this is an example of a cool shoulder that actually works and is very fashiony, as opposed to some of the others which I find just completely unflattering. They don't really have that much redeeming value in my opinion. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is what I'm calling the what did I call it? The Appalling A-Line. The Appalling A-Line. You know I'm dramatic, so just take this with a grain of salt. But the Appalling A-Line is basically, now an A-line skirt is a universally flattering skirt silhouette. The silk slip skirts that I talk about all the time, it's a universally flattering silhouette, but it's also a classic silhouette. And when you take a classic silhouette and you add slightly frumpy details, or the fit is a little bit off, it just doesn't look that good. So you want it to be really modern and really cool. Just what I keep talking about. This A-line midi skirt from Halogen in this pattern, part of the problem with this is where it hits her on the leg. This is so frumpy looking on this model. It's frumpy looking on this model. It's the wrong length, and then it's got the classic pattern, and then it's got that classic kind of tent-like silhouette. So my best advice with A-line skirts is you want them whenever possible to be flowy and not stiff. When they're stiff, that's when they're hard to wear. That's when they can look potentially frumpy. And that is a stiff one in a classic pattern that hits her at the wrong spot on her leg. This floral pull-on, this is more of a flowy silhouette, so the silhouette works, but everything else about this is awful. Floral pull-on A-line skirt from Chouse. It's a horrible print. It's just a horrible print. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's just a horrible print. And so it even though the silhouette might be okay, the print kills it. Here's a print handkerchief skirt from DKNY. Horrible print, horrible details, just not a good A-line. So what does a good A-line skirt look like? First thing I would say, like I said, is a silk slip skirt or silky slip skirt in A-line material. You cannot fail with that. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be elegant. It's going to be polished. It's going to be something you can wear again and again and again. And even though they've been trending for the last few years, I don't believe they're ever going to go anywhere. I also like, if it's not boxy, I always say avoid leather and denim A-line skirts because they can look really boxy, but if you can find one that's got a little bit of movement to it and does not look like a tent, then you're gonna have much better luck. This one from Anne Klein, the faux leather A-line skirt, that's beautiful, $99. That's a great price for a faux leather skirt. I just think it's very, very elegant and a flattering silhouette. Another tip for an A-line skirt is to go with a very cool modern. If you're going to go with a pattern, go for a very cool modern pattern. This one from Acris Punto. This is their Kaleidoscope color block jersey A-line skirt. It's just a beautiful, elegant, modern pattern on this classic shaped A-line skirt. The other suggestion for an A-line skirt to make it more flattering is to go with something really flowy and that has some volume, kind of like a peasant style skirt. This one, the cotton poplin skirt from Nordstrom Signature, I just think it's just beautiful. It's on sale because it's the end of the summer, $111 on sale. It's the Nordstrom Signature line, so a little bit more pricey, but this is a skirt you'll have in your wardrobe for the rest of your life. So if you love this style, like a flowy skirt, flowy A-line is always going to be a good idea in a solid fabric. A flowy A-line is always a good idea. A more structured A-line, you need to be a little bit more careful and pick your patterns or choose a solid. Pick your patterns carefully. Okay, that's the Appalling A-Line. Like I said, I'm dramatic. Take it with a grain of salt. I talked about the Boulder Shoulder, talked about the Appalling A-Line. Now let's talk about the Flowy Set. The Flowy Set. Now, these are two-piece sets. We're seeing two-piece sets everywhere. And some of them are awesome and some of them are not. This one from Dressed in Lala, it's a brand I love. These are PJs. These are PJs. I think they miss oversized button-up satin shirt and high-waist crop pants set. Nope, those are PJs. Those are PJs. Like, would you wear those anywhere other than as PJs? No, you wouldn't, because they're PJs. They're PJs. The pattern and the shape and everything, those are PJs. And they have a lot of them. And a lot of different patterns. Take your pick. They're all PJs. They're just PJs. They're PJs. Okay, I'm done. I'm like a broken record right now. But I'm seeing a lot of flowy sets like this. Free People does some that are knit that kind of really do look like PJs. You need a little bit of shape or a little bit of interest in them to keep these from being so PJ-like. So these two-piece sets that are oversized, that are just over the top, are going to be hard for almost everybody to wear. Instead, I really like, if you're looking for, we all like the ease of a set because you just put it on and you're done, right? You're like, oh, that's super easy. Like I don't have to think about what goes with what. It just kind of goes together. This one from the Commence, this is a really nice knit two-piece set. I think it's beautiful. It's flattering. It's comfortable. It's cozy, but it doesn't swallow you up and it does not look like PJs. So avoid the oversized two-piece printed sets that are everywhere right now. I just think those are a real problem. Just skip those. They are not going to be your friend. The next trend that I want to talk about that I think is so hard to wear, especially if you have shoulders or you have a bust. Oh my goodness, the baggy oversized sweatshirt. This has been a trend with teens forever, but I'm seeing this is the sad part. I really want to wear a sweatshirt. I really want to be able to wear a sweatshirt and have it look flattering. These are not going to be your friend. These really, really big, because so you're talking about oversized and you're also talking about really bulky material, and it's just a really tough combination to pull off. Bulky material, oversized style, it just adds so much weight and so much volume on the top half of our bodies, and they're harder to pull off, especially if they're long. So the oversized, thick, chunky sweatshirt that we're seeing everywhere, approach with caution. You want to build in some flattery if you want to try this piece. So you either want an open neckline. I really like this one from Frank and Eileen. This is the Patrick Popover Henley. That's a sweatshirt material, but it's got like a nice open neckline. and it just, obviously you can tuck it. It's not a huge oversized sweatshirt. This is like a very elegant version of a sweatshirt. The Matronly sweatshirt that I just got in like off-white, I love this one because it's thick enough to be cozy, but not thick enough to be bulky. It's beautiful. The length is nice, so you can wear it with jeans, you can wear it with separates, you can wear it with different pieces, and it's gonna be really, really flattering. I think that's a great option. So you're looking at either something that's a little bit more moderately scaled or with an open neckline if you're talking about a sweatshirt. You don't want a sweatshirt that will double as a dress and a coat and everything in one because it's so bulky and so long. So that is my final frumpy trend to avoid for 2023. I am trying to keep us all from going into Frumpyville. It is an uphill battle. It is an uphill battle because there's a lot of bad stuff in stores, and sometimes I feel like, why make this harder than it has to be? Why make it harder than it has to be? It's obvious that some of these clothes are just not going to work on almost anybody, even the young and flawless. It's not going to work on almost anybody. So it's not necessarily that these are an age thing or a body type thing. Some of these things are just categorically hard to wear for any woman at any age with any body type. And so my encouragement is to instead check out the list of 12 things you should buy and why, and my other, like high-low videos, my other videos where I recommend items. You want to start with that wardrobe from scratch, which is the giveaway, the key of my body type video series. You want to start with that wardrobe from scratch. And then you want to be really intentional about the pieces that you bring in, and they should contribute something to your style. They should either be stylish and modern and a little bit more trend driven, or they should be classic and really, really elegant and beautiful and flawless and fit you fabulously. Those are the two categories we're looking for when we're talking about building our wardrobes over 40. I'm trying to talk you out of the middle stuff, either the weird trends that don't work on anybody or the boring stuff that just brings our wardrobes down. I hope that you got something out of this video. Let me know if you liked it by giving it a like. Don't forget to comment below. Tell me which of these trends you have been drawn to, which you hate, like what your feelings are about all of these. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so we can hang out more in the future. Love you guys. Bye.